Hi, fourth grade, welcome back. Right now we're talking about SEL. Can anybody raise their hand and tell us what SEL might stand for? SEL stands for Social Emotional Learning. So according to this graph here, 29% of students feel like their school provides a supportive, encouraging environment, and that's not a whole lot. 83% of students who participate in SEL gained academically, which means that they did better on their homework and tests when they felt like they had a comfortable environment. Science tells us that when students feel happier and they feel more comfortable at school, they oftentimes do better. I statements are part of SEL, and we're going to go ahead and create one today. So remember, it goes, I feel, because, when, and what I need is. So I'm going to go ahead and rephrase my example in this way. So today we're going to try out some of our I statements. Everyone should have walked in with a pencil and a note card. What I want you to do is I want you to, if you haven't already sharpened your pencil, when you have your pencil sharpened, I want you to write your name at the top. I'm going to write Mr. Boatfield because that is my name, but if your name is not Mr. Boatfield, I need you to write that name, please. Also, we need to write our class code. So I'm going to pause the video and tell you what our class code is now. So we are going to answer two questions. One of them is going to be an I statement. The first, though, is just a question that I want to know. I just want to know your honest truth. What I want to know is Christy a safe place? Now, that is a kind of a personal question for you. You do not have to share this with a partner, but I just want you to give me basically a yes or no to this answer. So I want you to write number 1, and I usually circle just to make it a little bit clearer where your answer starts. And then you do not have to write that question. I just want you to write the answer. So what I decided to write is, I believe Christy is a safe place. Now, this is totally up to you. If you do not believe that Christy is a safe place for whatever reason, you do not have to answer this way. Nobody except me or you are looking at this note card. So number 2, so go ahead and write number 2 and circle it. This is where you're going to write an I statement. So we're going to think about either a positive or negative interaction. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of think time. I just want you to think to yourself, maybe it was a conflict you had with a friend or family member, or it could be something really positive. It could be that something made you really happy, or something a friend said made you really grateful that they were around. Think to yourself, and then if you feel comfortable, go ahead and share with a partner what your I statement might be. So I thought I would share at least one negative I statement that comes from my life. Now this is something a little bit more personal. Yours does not have to be personal. I'm not asking you to tell me your secrets. If there's something that you don't want me to know, please do not write it on there. But I thought I would put myself out there just to give you a better view of what an I statement might look like that's a little bit more negative. So when I was teaching middle school a few years ago, I was in charge of the lunch line. And there was one student who was upset that he couldn't enter the lunch line because it was too full, and he decided to push me. So obviously that was a really negative experience for me. It left me really hurt, both physically, mildly, but also emotionally very hurt. And it's something that's hard for me to talk about because it was the first time a student has ever put their hands on me.
Hi, I'm Miss Pickle. So if you know me already, I'm one of the 4th grade teachers, and I'm here to share one of my positive I statements. Mine is, I feel appreciated because you followed my directions when I asked the first time. I hope you will continue to do this because I know that then you value what I have to say.
So, same thing, you don't need to write the question, just put number 2 and then write at least one I statement. So remember, this can be positive or negative. I decided to write my negative statement, but let me make this perfectly clear. You do not have to put anything that you are not comfortable telling me. You also do not have to share this with a person. So I will give you the next 2 minutes to go ahead and write down at least one I statement. If you would like to talk at your table while you do this, that's fine. I encourage you to share your I statement. However, If you don't want to share with a partner, please keep it to yourself. If you don't want to share with me, that's okay, I'm not forcing you. When you do finish your note card, we are going to finish working on our oil pastel eyes, and then I have another little touch for you to try today. So remember, you can use your fingers to blend. Hopefully you brought those to class today, or you can just use the lighter pastels and blend it that way. Feel free to experiment. This is your art project. You can think about doing the whites of the eyes. You can do that little muscle. You can make it crazy if you want. I decided to add some eyelashes on this one. But the next step, and this is optional, guys. This is very much optional. You do not have to do this. If you feel like you want to add some text to your eye, you can. Now, this eye is never going in the hallway. This is just between you and me. But I had some students who wanted to add their eye statement to their eyeball. So if you wanted to do that, you could. So I put, I feel upset when you push me. If you wanted to do this, I will have some sheets near the front of the room with different letters. You can cut those letters out and then use a dot of glue to put each letter down. It does not have to look perfect. In fact, I kind of like this kind of crazy different letter look. So feel free to do that. I will come by soon and pick up your note cards. Remember, I'm not sharing this with anyone. I'm just looking to see that you put an eye statement. I hope that we have an awesome day, guys, and I think that these eyes are going to turn out great.